today we're going to go over, we're going to be able to analyze and identify the patterns of changes in the moon. So I'm going to ask you a few questions before we start, okay? The first question is, what do you see in the night sky? Like if you go outside, what are some things that you see? You can just shout out. And I have a few pictures of the night sky. What do you see?
Stars, moon.
Stars, what else?
I can also see shooting stars sometimes.
Shooting stars, you said the moon. What else do you see in the night
Stars.
sky?
It's really dark out there.
It's really dark.
It's black.
It's black. We mentioned
Sometimes it can be purple.
sometimes it can be purple, blue. So all of that is stuff that we see in the night sky. And today we're going to focus on one of the things that we see in the sky. And this is the moon.
At night, clouds do not be out.
Y'all see?
Sometimes you can see them from the reflection of the moon. You can see a little, maybe when it's about to get dark, and then it gets darker, and then we don't see the clouds. But sometimes we can see a little bit of the clouds. I see what you're saying. I'm going to ask you another question. We're going to focus now on the moon. And I want to ask you a question. Does the moon always look the same?
No.
No.
No. Why not? All right, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about it, and you're going to tell me why does the moon always look the same, and then I want you to talk with your partner. You're going to talk with Logan with Chad. You're going to tell each other why you think the moon doesn't always look the same.
Why do moon always look the
1,
same?
2, 3. What do you think, Chad? You can answer to Logan.
Because the moon turns pink.
Because the moon turns pink. What else?
Because it's because
So
It's yellow.
first we're gonna say, does the moon always look the same?
No.
No. And then you're gonna say why. So we're gonna say the moon does not always look the same because how does it look?
Pink.
It looks pink.
it's half of the moon is dark, half of the moon is not. So that's
So what is changing? Sometimes the color changes. What else changes?
the thing where half part it goes dark and the half part is light.
So it looks like
Um,
what is changing? What's that word?
Moon.
Like
The sun.
the
Moon.
what's the word that you use to describe when something gets bigger and smaller? Size. So the size looks different. The pattern looks different, right? You said sometimes it looks like it's half, and then sometimes it looks like less than half. So what are the different shapes that you see the moon look like?
Circle.
Circle.
Circle and what is that thing called again? Where like it's half, like where the moon is like.
What does it look like to you?
It's sideways like this.
What does it look like to you?
A oval.
An oval. What does it look like to you? When it's really skinny on the side.
moon.
It reminds me of a fruit. What does it remind me?
Moon.
The moon, but when it's shaped like that, it just has that little skinny part. It's shaped like a what? It reminds me of a banana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That it looks like that. And I have some pictures to show you. You see, all of these are
this is
the
what I'm
moon.
talking about.
That's what you were talking about. And they have names. They're called phases. Phases of the moon means that the moon goes through different changes. Not that the moon goes through different changes, but we see different patterns of change in the moon. Why does this happen? Do you know? Why do we sometimes see a full white moon and sometimes we just see a little side of it? Why does that happen? Do you know?
Because every day it changes.
Because every day it changes?
And also it can also turn into a red moon.
Sometimes I do see a red moon. I'm recording. Sometimes you do see a red moon. Sometimes you see what?
A black moon.
A black moon. So I'm gonna tell you why that happens.
What
Oh,
is
we're
red?
done.
We're almost done.
Miss Libby, why does the moon change red?
I'm gonna show you. Put your feet. Okay. So we have the sun, the earth, and the moon. Logan, can you point to the earth? Charlotte, can you point to the moon and the sun? So the earth rotates, that means it goes around the sun. And the moon, listen, the moon goes around the earth like this. It goes around the earth, right? So what happens is when the moon goes around the earth, while the earth is going around the sun, it makes a shadow. So the moon is always like this. Hold your hand up like this. It's always like that. But when the sun and the earth are between it or around, going around it, it makes this shadow, so it makes it look like this. And sometimes it looks like it's getting bigger, sometimes it looks like it's getting smaller. Those have words. Say waxing.
Waxing.
Waxing means, or it looks to us like the moon is getting bigger. And it goes from waxing all the way to the full moon, where we can see the full moon.
Like outside right now.
Yes. Waning, say waning.
Waning.
Is when it's getting smaller. When it looks like it's sometimes not even there, right? It looks like a little tiny strip. It's waning. And all these different, wait, hold on. You can share in just a minute. All of these different types of phases of the moon that we see have names. We're not going to learn all of them today, but I just want you to repeat them after me because next time we're going to go over them, okay? We have to stop here, but let's go over them just to know that the names start sticking in our heads. Repeat after me. We're going to start at new moon. New moon.
New moon.
Waxing crescent.
Waxing crescent.
First quarter.
First quarter.
Waxing gibbous.
Waxing gibbous.
Full moon.
Full moon.
Waning gibbous.
Waning gibbous.
Last quarter.
Last quarter.
Waning crescent.
Waning crescent.
And it's a cycle, so it repeats itself. Then you. Yes, Sarah.
I was gonna say also the half moon when it's like a banana, but also it reminds me of those little trips things, like the little strips.
Yeah, it does have a shrimp. You're right. You're being very observant. That is really good. We're gonna have a snowball throw. It's called a snowball note. So you're going to write. It can be a sentence. It could be just a word, a drawing. You're gonna write something on 2 pieces of paper. So this is just us today. You're just gonna write it on this piece of paper, and then you're gonna crumble it up like a snowball, and then I'm gonna throw it. Okay?
Throw it with.
So I'll show you in just a minute. Okay. So write. It can be a picture, a sentence, a word, something that you just learned right now. Okay?
I can't.
You can maybe use the floor. Put it on the floor if you need to, because the carpet's a little rough to write on. Crumble it up, crumble it up, crumble it up. Crumble it up, crumble it up, crumble it up. Okay, now, for the second one, make sure you know what you're going to say. If you drew a picture, when you show the picture, make sure you know what you're going to say also. You got it?
How do you spell full moon?
Full moon. What is that letter? Yeah, or you can look right here too. Right, oh,
Ah!
there you go.
Full moon.
It's right here if you need some help.
Oh, we're done.
We're almost there. We're waiting. Come on, child.
How do you even need to spell it?
Because.
She's writing a sentence. That's fine. It's totally fine.
No, I'm not writing a sentence.
Oh, you're just gonna write it? Okay.
No, I'm doing that.
Make sure you're thinking of what you're going to share when you are ready.
Done.
Okay. Crumble it up, crumble it up, crumble it up. You're gonna throw it around the room at the same time when I say 3. First, we're just gonna throw it from where you're sitting. You're gonna throw both of them. 1, 2, 3, go. Good job. All right. I just said to throw them, Charlotte. I didn't tell you to go pick them up.
Mom's a bottle.
All you had to do was throw and stay where you were.
Mom's a bottle, son.
It's okay. That's not. Now we're gonna go up and you're gonna grab a snowball and bring it to the carpet. Just grab one and bring it to the carpet. See? Now you're gonna open it up and see share with us what you wrote. If you got someone else's snowball, they're gonna explain what they wrote.
I got full moon.
Okay. Let's see, let's start with the half papers with our names on it. Let's see. Whichever one I pick up is who's gonna share first, okay? It's not here. Let's see. Shyla.
So I made full moon,
Mhm.
and I did the half full moon.
And what did you learn about the full moon?
That sometimes the
It
full
can change.
Wait, is Shyla sharing? And then
sometimes it can change. Sometimes it can be the same.
Okay.
Like that.
Good job,
That looks like a
Shyla.
moon.
Yeah, good job, Shyla. Now, Logan, share with us. What did you write?
I'll start with
Uh-huh. And what did you learn about anything about what we talked about? What did you learn?
it can change and it can change. It can change and it can change squares.
Change squares? What do you mean by change squares? Like this one?
Mm.
And what makes it change, Logan?
It goes in circle.
Uh-huh. Around what?
The moon.
And
the
sun.
moon. So that makes a what? We said
Shadow.
a shadow. And that's why we see it change. All right, I'm going to ask one question. When the moon appears to be getting bigger, what is that called?
Half.
No,
No,
the
full
W
moon.
word.
Full moon. Waxing.
And when it's getting smaller, it's waning. Very good. We're going to keep on reviewing. You guys did so good. And we're going to do this maybe tomorrow or maybe on Monday, okay? Thank you guys. Can you go pick up the snowballs, please? We don't want to do this mess.
I want to get a snowball again.
Your phone.
I know. I gotta get it. Can you go through this in the trash?
All of them?
Look
We'll
at
take
Lily.
All the papers?
You got that for your birthday? That is so
All
nice.
the
Gotta put a 20
All
on
the
it.
papers? Were all the papers?
Yes, all of it.